Tom Watson, what on earth is he still doing in the position of deputy leader? Someone commented on a Facebook that in turn I commented on the other day that he had the same mandate as Corbyn. But can someone as destructive as Watson really be part of a group, really be part of the Labour Party that is geared towards positive action for the public, or at least it is now under the leadership of Corbyn? Only a few weeks ago that the word Blairite was forbidden for members to say. What this usually means when this kind of thing happens is that the hierarchy are scared of the truth getting out. So they ban things that would give the chance of that happening. So it seems strange that Watson is now accused of members of being Trotsky entryists. Now, as far as I know, and if I'm wrong, by all means let me know in the comments below. But as far as I know, Trotskyism is connected to radical socialism. Go back a few years, quite a few years, to the days of James Keir Hardie, and he even made a speech about socialism. Okay, not the radical type, but as I have said before, that's where the Labour Party started, and I feel that's where Corbyn may be slightly leaning the party towards. If he isn't, then I'm no doubt he'll seek me out and tell me off. But if it is, and Tom Watson doesn't like that, what the hell are you doing as deputy leader of a party that has them type of roots? If you're not a Conservative, then may I suggest pleading with the Liberals to let you in. After all, with the type of reputation that Watson has, let's face it, that's probably what he will be doing, is pleading with the Liberals to let him in. Corbyn's team has said he should be trying to reunite the party, and that's true, they all should be. Tom Watson wants Corbyn out, but he doesn't have the gumption to step up to the plate himself, which in my mind, if you can't do the job yourself, you shouldn't be critical of someone who obviously can. And I say obviously because under his leadership, Jeremy Corbyn's, he has pushed the Tories back on a number of occasions. But has Tom Watson got the ump over something? Something he may have asked Corbyn to do, and as well as Miliband, he has said no. And I'm talking about the Electoral College, which is a system that allows MPs to elect the shadow cabinet and not left solely to the leader. Can you imagine? It would be a circus, all in it together, and then the underhandedness would spiral out of control. The leader, without having the power to have who he wants in his cabinet and stay by his side, he then no longer becomes the leader, or in fact the boss. But the times in the Labour Party are not absent from Tom Watson trying to throw his weight around or trying to get his own way. We all know about the tragic case of Leon Britton, the single-handed campaign against paedophilia. But in 2013, the Crown prosecution decided there was no case against Lord Britton. But as always, Tom Watson went on the warpath and persuaded the police to reopen the case. And they did. But again, they decided there was no case to answer. But did they tell Lord Britton and his family? No. He was also accused of raping someone back in 1967, and the victim, named Jane, who was found out to be a Labour Party activist who hated Tories and also had a long-term history of mental illness and paranoid delusions. But Panorama interviewed a guy called David with regards to this case as well, who early on said he had been abused by Lord Britton, but was now saying at the time of the interview by Panorama that he was asked and encouraged by campaigners to make the allegations. One question: who were the campaigners? But then another abused witness came forward called Nick. He said he had been abused by a murderous gang involving Lord Britton. But as Panorama found out, one of the 3 murders alleged by Nick in fact did not happen, and it was supposed to have happened in public, but there was no record of it as ever being investigated. But what you've got to keep in mind is, yes, the police were doing their job with these cases, but one question and one question alone: what agenda did Tom Watson have with keep dragging this case up? After doing so twice, there was still no case to answer. And the reason why I asked what was his agenda with regards to the less than credible witnesses, who did they have close dealings with prior to the case? Yes, Tom Watson. And it's the same Tom Watson who received £40,000 for his campaign to be deputy leader of the Labour Party from Max Mosley. Now, just in case you don't know who that is, and considering you watch this channel, I'm guessing most of you do, but if you don't, just Google his name and see what comes up. It seems to me that Tom Watson thrives on scandal, and he isn't happy unless he is creating such events. Now, I used to work with a guy the same at a very famous media corporation. Now, it seems strange not now considering where I used to work, and now I'm talking about Tom Watson. I think you know who the corporation is, right? The guy I used to work with used to create scandals through rumours and then stand by and watch the chaos ensue, sometimes taking the attention away from himself and what he gets up to. It wasn't until the guy I used to work with left that it all came out. Shocking, absolutely shocking. So with regards to Tom Watson, watch this space, I say. But I asked the question that I did at the top. What on earth is Tom Watson doing as deputy leader of the Labour Party if, one, he isn't happy with the direction the party is going, and two, there must be a way to get someone like this out? Once again, thanks for watching. Give me the thumbs up if you're on the same political wavelength. If you have subscribed lately, thank you so much. If you haven't, click on that little button, and a big, massive thank you to all those that have commented so far. I am loving the things you are saying, even those that may not agree. Thanks again, and I will see you again. Bye bye for now. But